Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be setting up my 2021 bullet journal. I'm super excited for this video. A lot of time and effort went into the making of this video, so I hope you guys enjoy how my spread turns out at the end. If you're curious about what notebook I'm using for 2021, I'm using the Notebook Therapy Limited Edition Gentle Giant journal in the size B6. I have an unboxing video where I talk about why I chose Notebook Therapy, some of my first impressions, and all that kind of stuff, so I will link that if you would like to watch. There's something so therapeutic to me about opening a fresh new notebook and starting to draw on it, so without further ado, let's get planning. First things first, of course, we need an identification card, so if I ever misplace my Bujo, someone knows how to contact me to give it back. My theme for New Year's is just a warm tone vintage scrapbook library kind of thing. I really like all the little add-ins I have, like the identification card, and later I paste a bunch of full pages into my bullet journal, which I have also never done before, so lots of firsts, but I really like how it all turned out, and I definitely think I'll be taking on this style in the future. Here I am vertically writing 2021 with my metallic gold Sharpie on top of a black and white picture of vintage books and a stopwatch, and later I go over the gold metallic Sharpie with some gold metallic paint just because I feel like it makes it shine a little bit more and have more of that reflective effect. While the watercolor is drying, I decided to paste a quote that I already pre-stamped out, and it says, "The sun will rise and we will try again." And I think this is an amazing quote for New Year's to have at the very beginning of my journal, just to always remind me that no matter how bad a day might seem, the sun will always rise and we will always have a chance to start again. My next spread is my future log or my year at a glance, but I only did 6 months at a time because usually my bullet journals don't hold up the whole entire year. They usually end around June or July, so I only went up until June because I knew that I would start a new journal after that. I really kind of went my own way for the future log. I didn't even title it because I know what spread it is. It doesn't really matter. I don't need a huge header telling me that it's my year at a glance. But I didn't have any typical setup in mind. I just wrote all the days of the months and then stamped out a place for important dates and birthdays at the bottom. Next, we have my grid spacing spread. This was incredibly important for me this year because this is my first year in a B6 size notebook. I'm usually in an A5, but now all of the dots are completely different, so it's very important that I have written down all of the things I need to make spreads in the future because it is completely different than what I've been doing in the past. This is my spendings and savings spread. I basically just included a chart with all of the days of the next 6 months and a key to the right that includes different ways I can fill in each of the boxes depending on whether I spent money that day or saved money. I also made a little savings bar at the bottom so I can track how close I am to reaching my savings goal throughout the year. My next spread is my 18 things that I want to do before I turn 18 spread. This is very exciting for me. I can't believe I'm going to be an adult next year. That is absolutely insane. But this is basically a bucket list spread where I'm going to write down 18 things that I really want to do before I become an adult. Next is my year in Polaroids. I created a little flip out booklet, I guess, where I can paste a Polaroid picture from every month. I figured this was a cute way I could look back and see what I was really doing during these months. Here I included a quote page with one of my favorite lyrics of all time from Taylor Swift's song The Lakes. I printed out a beautiful picture of wispy flowers and plants on a cream-toned sheet of paper and then went over with my gold metallic Sharpie again to write out the lyric that says, "Take me to the lakes where all the poets went to die. I don't belong, and my beloved, neither do you." I could sit for hours trying to think of what could it be that is so beautiful about this lyric, but I would never know because it's just something hidden behind the words that is so poetic, and I just thought it was so beautiful and I needed to put it as a full 2-page spread in my bullet journal. I then decided to add a whole hour and a half onto my footage because I wanted to go over the gold metallic Sharpie with the gold metallic watercolor like I did in the beginning, just to again add that extra sheen of glimmer and make it really stand out. It was definitely a process, but as I flipped through my bullet journal, I think it was 100% worth it. Next is my ideal routine spread. My ideal day begins at 5 a.m. and ends at 9:30 p.m. And so I just created a morning and evening area where I can write for each half an hour or hour what I would like to do on an ideal day. For example, wake up, work out, and shower between 5 a.m. and 6:30 a.m., and do some self-care and reading between 8 and 9:30 p.m. And then I have a dedicated space to the side in 4 little boxes where I write things that I want to do daily, weekly, every other week, and monthly. Things for like the every other week category would be vacuum my room, dust, more of those chore type things, but everything in my daily box is more like yoga, self-care, read my Bible, all of that kind of stuff. The next spread is just a little journaling check-in spread. I thought this was a good idea for around every 6 months when I start a new bullet journal to just have the same 5 questions and just kind of check in where my mindset was every 6 months. And the questions are, what is your most proud accomplishment? How are you feeling looking forward? What is your biggest struggle? What is your biggest strength? And what is your current biggest dream? I thought these were great questions to have a journaling check-in on every 6 months because the questions like, what is your biggest struggle and strength, they're more personality centered, and so they'll probably stay the same over the few years, but the questions like, what are you most proud of accomplishing and what is your biggest dream, those can change drastically over the years, and I think it'll be really interesting when I'm 25 to look back at what my 17-year-old self was really proud of accomplishing, because it'll probably be so different then. Here I'm posting in a picture of a vintage library because this is my library card spread. I got this inspiration from Plant-Based Bride. She set up one of these library card spreads in one of her bullet journal plan with me videos, and I thought it fit perfectly with my vintage wildflower library theme, and so I'm taking some inspiration from that. This brings us to the end of setting up my 2021 bullet journal. Before I go to the flip through, I'm really curious to know what your guys' 2021 bullet journal themes are, so comment them down below if you already know or have already planned your bullet journal. Also let me know what you're most looking forward to in 21. I think that'll create some positive vibes for the start of the new year and make sure that we start off in a great mindset. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like down below. I hope your guys' spreads turned out amazing if you planned along with me, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and a great start to 2021. As always, if you have any tips, recommendations, or requests, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to make some fun videos. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next video. Until the next, bye.